Assalamualaikum everyone. We are from Group 4 and the topic that was given to us is on emotional labor. Without any further delay, I'll pass it to Brother Anas to talk briefly on what emotional labor is.
What's the emotion? The emotion feelings are physiological behavior and physiological episodes that are experienced towards something and person or event that creates a state of readiness. What is emotional labor? Affective action refers to organizing or managing emotional expression with others as part of an individual professional work role. What are the jobs and the business that need emotional labor? There are many businesses that require mercy to act more than others and require flexibility in dealing with people. We will mention the most important ones in this video. First of all, the bill collectors, and second, children workers, then food industry worker, then police worker.
Jobs involving emotional labor are defined as jobs that require contact with the public, require the worker to engage emotionally with another person, and allow the employer to exercise a degree of control over the emotional activities of the worker. For example, if you are a barista, you might be obliged to continue a conversation with a customer even if the cafe is super busy or you don't really want to talk. Some specific professions that have been looked at in the study of emotional labor include flight attendants, daycare workers, public administrators, health professionals, teachers, and service industry workers like hotel staff and restaurant servers. Emotional labor doesn't affect everyone equally. It all depends on the individual, the workplace in question, and how good the fit is between the two. In fact, if the fit is good, the worker might not even see the emotional labor attached to their job as work.
Now let's look at a few examples of jobs that require emotional labor and contrast them with jobs that don't require it as much. Take doctors, for example. Emotional behavior is a huge part of their jobs. No matter how good a doctor you are, if you cannot soothe and calm the fears of your patients, they will find it difficult to trust you. In this case, they are trusting you with their health and they don't have much medical knowledge, so the emotional aspect is key to a doctor's success. Emotional labor is highly important for a psychologist too. Their whole job depends on their ability to detect and deal with their patients' emotions, no matter how they are feeling on a day-to-day basis. On the other hand, if you look at jobs like being a bricklayer or a janitor, it doesn't require too much emotional labor. The work is mainly physical and you're not required to deal with people too much. Your ability to deal with people's emotions will hardly hinder your job performance. Somebody who works as a computer programmer or developer is also a good example of someone who doesn't require much emotional labor in their job. So as we can see, there are jobs on both sides of the spectrum that require emotional labor and those jobs that don't as much.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nakib and I'll be talking about the consequences of not managing emotional labor. Among the effects of excessive emotional labor is that it can lead to health complications such as high blood pressure, exhaustion, diseases of the heart, and emotional trauma. Studies have shown that emotional labor may be associated with violence at workplace. According to a statistic in 2015, among 500 homicides that were recorded in that year, 27% of them were carried out by co-workers or work associates. Besides that, emotional labor may also lead to fatigue, as well as emotional dissonance, which has been proven to have harmful effects on the psychological well-being of employees. Fatigue, as a result of excessive emotional, physical, and mental labor, can disrupt an individual's state of homeostasis and result in both physical and psychological illnesses. Thank you.
emotional labor happens in any workplace. We are all human, we all have emotions. There are 6 ways to manage emotional labor in the workplace. The first one is that you should be vital is important. The second one is that they should recognize the effort of others. Comment a colleague who claimed everyone down during a heated debate or provided a sympathetic ear when you needed to vent about a rude client. The last suggestion that I will be mentioning is to take care of yourself. The load of emotional labor feels too heavy when they're tired, hungry, or stressed. In addition to proper sleep and nutrition, taking breaks, doing activities you enjoy, and utilize vacation days. As you can see, emotional labor can be associated with negative outcomes for employee well-being. When a position demands employees to often show feelings that do not correspond with their own feelings, and when worker resources are lacking, the risk for strain experience is often increased. That is all from our group. Thank you for listening throughout the whole video. Assalamualaikum.